Welcome to the Health Reflections podcast, a podcast dedicated to exploring the world of anti-cancer living and empowering you to take control of your health. I'm Finola, your host and guide on this transformative journey towards a vibrant and resilient life. Join me for solo episodes and conversations with wonderful guests. I am beyond excited that you're here, so let's dive in. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Health Reflections podcast. If you're watching from YouTube, then you're seeing a different setup. Let me explain. We have done a few rearrangements, a little redecor in our home, so the setup of the podcast had to be different. And I don't know if this is the final one. If you're watching from YouTube, you can let me know what this setup looks. And I don't know, I might try a few. There's one more episode that will come with the old setup. But yeah, that's what happens when you record in advance and you have a episode ready and then you make changes in your home, and then suddenly, because of how the content was put in the calendar, one episode with the new setup will come before one with the old setup. Anyway, just a small explanation if you're watching from YouTube. But yeah, if you're listening only and not watching on YouTube, feel free to check it out and let me know what you think about this setup. So today's episode, I want to talk about a trend. I want to talk about becoming her and becoming that girl. Is it a trend, or is it a journey that actually helps us with improving our life or getting to the point where we want to be? So I think to start, even though becoming her and becoming that girl at least the way I see it, kind of express the same vision, which is becoming a specific person. I do not identify with becoming that girl. I'm about to turn 32, so I do resonate with the term becoming her. I see myself as a grown-up woman, as an adult with responsibilities. So I do resonate with becoming her and not becoming that girl. Because even though I have my inner child and I love to embrace my inner child, I don't want to become that girl. I don't want to become a girl. I don't know if it makes sense. With this, I don't want to say that becoming that girl is something wrong or something negative or something that we shouldn't be thinking about. I think becoming that girl, it's completely okay, the same way as becoming her. I just think it resonates to different ages, and not only ages. I think it will resonate depending on the experiences of the person, at what stage in life they are, what they have gone through already. I think it will resonate with one or another. I really hope that I'm making sense with what I'm trying to say, but I don't think there's either one or the other. I think they both express the same vision, but maybe the person will resonate with one of them depending of their life situation. I think it's fair to say that becoming her, becoming that girl, they are trends. I don't know if they're still a trend, because trends, in my opinion, tend to last very little. I think we're always looking for the next new thing to become a trend. I, however, like to stick with trends in the case that I liked a specific trend. I like to stick with it a while longer and understand the meaning behind it. I don't know if you may have seen it in my YouTube channel. I have a series, Becoming Her, and I share all of the different steps and the processes that I am taking in order to becoming her. So yeah, this Becoming Her series that I created in YouTube has been going for months, because I don't think this journey or this process is an overnight thing. I think it takes time, at least for the people that are not where they want to be in life. It just takes time to get to where we want to be. I think with this trend of becoming her, becoming that girl, there were a lot of people saying that it was very toxic. And then I think you had the other people that said they absolutely loved it and they tried it for themselves. So for me, I don't think it's a toxic trend. I would only think it's a toxic trend when people share their way of becoming her or their way of becoming that girl is the only way. Or they share the message kind of aggressive. I think that is the only situation where I would think, okay, this is a toxic trend. But for me, what becoming her entails, it's not toxic. Becoming her is about becoming the person who you want to be. That's it. That's all. It became trendy that becoming her was all about waking super early in the morning, drinking green smoothies, having, I think some people shared having their granola in the morning, working out super early in the morning, journaling. They're all healthy habits, but it doesn't mean that those healthy habits are the ones to go or the only ones that can entitle the becoming her, and that you cannot choose any other. So I think, in my opinion, only a part of becoming her and becoming that girl became trendy. Unless I have missed something, of course. If it's the case, please let me know in the comments. I would love to see if I have missed something. I cannot be 24/7 on social media, so I might have not seen something. So, of course, I'm talking from what I have seen. So yeah, this is the typical trend, you know, the typical TikTok, the typical reel that I have seen is a girl or a woman waking up super early, having her greens, her supplements. And as I mentioned this, I'm describing my morning routine, and I do think that is a healthy habit. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that that is not the only way of becoming her. That's just a part, a small part of becoming her. I think the first problem here is social comparison. We tend to evaluate how good we are doing in life by comparing ourselves to others. And if we don't have the correct mindset, TikTok and Instagram can have a negative impact. I think there are people that when they see the trend can feel inspired and motivated, and other people can perceive it as, I am not that girl. I will never be that girl. I am doing none of the things that that person is, and end up in a negative cycle of feeling bad with themselves or pushing themselves too hard, punishing themselves, self-sabotage, and all the things. I'm not gonna dive a lot in this specific topic because I don't know a lot about this field, but I have seen people react negatively to this trend, whether myself, I saw it as, oh, nice. That woman, that girl is working into having a healthy lifestyle. Good, love it. But that's it. I didn't have any other thing. I never thought this trend as being toxic until I saw little people being like, this is so toxic. They're setting an image that a woman or a girl should be when it shouldn't be like that. And I didn't experience it that way. So I think that's a little bit of a problem. So the way that I see becoming her, it involves becoming our best version, embracing authenticity, achieving our goals and our aspirations. When we are on a journey of becoming her, it requires to do a lot of introspection and self-awareness, because in order to become the best version of ourselves, we need to know ourselves. We need to know what we want in life. So there's a lot of self-reflection that we need to do before we actually start the journey. It's by understanding our strengths, our weaknesses, our values, our desires. By understanding this is how we make informed decisions and lead a more fulfilling life. Another thing that comes with becoming her is working on our confidence. In order to becoming her, we need to get out of our comfort zone. We need to do things that we're not currently doing, because if you're trying to becoming her, it means you're not yet her. I know there are a lot of affirmations saying you are already her. And I love to say that affirmation to myself. I love that mindset. But in reality, you chose to become her because somehow there are things in your life that you don't like and you want to change it. I don't know if I'm making sense. I don't want to say this in a negative way, but truly it's what I think. I love the affirmation, you are already her, you are already there. That's just to work on your mindset into actually believing that you can get there. But the reason why you started, or you are thinking about starting the journey becoming her, which is just a way of saying the journey to becoming the person you want to be, that means changing things in your life. That means getting out of your comfort zone, working on your self-confidence a lot. And I'm saying this because it is actually my experience. Have I finished the journey of becoming her? No. I'm close. But this is exactly why I'm saying this, because it takes time, it takes a lot of effort, and it's not a linear journey. A lot of things can happen that make you just want to stop, give up, and having to start over. It has happened to me, and that doesn't mean that I have lost motivation. I still want to become her, and the best thing is that along the way, I discover new things that I want to incorporate on my life. So I think it's a really cool experience. It's a struggle also, but they just come together. So in this becoming her, when we slowly start achieving goals, when we face our challenges, when we get out of our comfort zone, when we embrace our unique qualities, because becoming her is about loving ourselves, we develop a stronger sense of self-assurance. And this leads to a positive impact on our mental health. Because by doing these things that I just mentioned, we're working on cultivating a positive mindset. We're working on building resilience. And this will help reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. Self-awareness and self-compassion play key roles here. Self-awareness and self-compassion allow us to navigate the possible obstacles on our journey with greater ease and maintain a healthy perspective in life. Another thing that comes with becoming her is empowerment. And I have felt it. The first thing that gives you this sense of empowerment is the moment that you choose this journey. The journey into becoming the best version of yourself, because it gives you a sense of control over your life. You have sat down and thought about the life that you want. You have made choices that align with your values. So at the end, this empowerment is coming from embracing your true self and pursuing personal growth. One of my favorite positive outcomes that come with becoming her is our emotional health. And this is related to what I just mentioned. When we align our choices to our values and our aspirations, we experience a greater satisfaction and happiness in our life. When we get to the point of fulfillment, or not even fulfillment, just when we see our progress and we see that little by little, step by step, we're getting to where we want to be, this increases our emotional well-being. And the way I see this is because as you progress and as you get closer to your goal, you start talking to yourself in a different way. You're way more positive with yourself. Anyone has experienced this at least once. When we don't succeed on something, when we give up, the way we speak to ourselves is horrible. We punish ourselves, we push ourselves. Really, all that we're telling ourselves is coming from a negative perspective. Normally, generally, there are other cases, but generally, when you're working on yourself, when you choose the right goals, when you choose what makes you happy, when you see your progress and you see that even if it's little by little and step by step, you're getting to the place where you want to be, the way you talk to yourself is another one. It's like, oh, we're doing it. This is amazing. I can already feel it. You know, when you have, let's say that I'm going to put the most basic example ever. But let's say, and actually I'm going to put myself as an example. There's this one class in my fitness studio which scares me. And even though I have already gone 6 times, it scares me because it's very intense. It's a very intense class. It's high intensity training. And I never think that I'm going to manage to go alone. And actually, still today, I haven't been able to go alone. My goal is to go alone at some point, but that is getting way too much out of my comfort zone. So I'm taking baby steps. Okay, I'm still not where I want to be regarding that class, but at least I'm taking baby steps. So I told myself, okay, I will start by going once a week with my friend and my partner. And we managed to go 6 weeks in a row. Lovely, beautiful. And just by achieving that, I started believing that I could do it because I was going. I went 6 times, 6 weeks in a row. And I know I still have a lot of effort to put in to where I want to get because my goal is to go to that class twice per week. And if I have to go alone, then I go alone. But I'm still not there. However, I truly believe I will get there if I continue with this consistency and these steps that I have generated for myself. And I know it happens to some people, but for me, when I start achieving something, even if I'm not in the final, even if I have not reached, the goal exactly as I wanted, just looking at the progress, I talk to myself in a very positive way and I tell myself that I can do it, and I believe that I can do it because I'm working on creating the mindset of me believing that I can do it, that I can get there. So by this, you're really working on your emotional health. Generally, when we work on becoming her, or when we work in general on becoming our best version, generally, I know not always, but generally, this comes with being more active. So one of the positive outcomes that comes from this journey is an improved physical health. Whether it is strength training, whether it is cardio, yoga, Pilates, spinning, high intensity training, CrossFit, whatever it is. For me, working out, moving my body is essential in order to be healthy. And for me, being healthy is the main pillar of becoming my best version. I want to be healthy and I want to feel strong. So I don't know how you feel about this, but for me, it's a non-negotiable. Working on becoming the best version of myself, working on becoming her, comes with working out, hence an improved physical health. Another thing is healthier eating habits. This is inside of the health pillar, let's say, in the journey of becoming our best version. But generally, this process, this journey, comes with making a diet choice. When I say diet, I don't mean a diet to lose weight. It's just today we use diet as restriction. And generally, it's used to lose weight. But what you eat on a daily basis, that's your diet. That's the definition of a diet. You can look it up. Today is used, I know, as restriction and to lose weight, but that is not really what diet means. Diet is the food that you eat on a regular basis. So I have a specific diet, and that doesn't mean that this diet that I have is to lose weight. It's just the food choices that I made because of my values and specific health goals. That's it, but not to lose weight. Yes, I know you can choose a diet to lose weight, but I think I'm rambling already. I just want to say that diet is not just used to say, oh, I'm on a diet because I want to lose weight. No, I'm on a specific diet because of some values that I have and health issues that I want to take care of. So yeah, I think that becoming our best version, comes with healthier eating options. This may involve eating more fruits, adding more vegetables, being more balanced, lean proteins. Maybe we want to work on our cravings. That's me. Maybe leave aside unhealthy fats or processed foods. Just eating nutritious foods that provides with essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that are necessary for an optimal health and well-being. Another thing that comes with becoming her is a better sleep quality. So for me, it's not only important to get the amount of hours of sleep that you need, but also quality, because if you're getting, let's say you need 7 hours of sleep. If you're getting 7 hours of sleep, but you're waking up all the time during your sleep, that's not quality sleep. At the end, you will wake up tired. So when we work on our physical health, when we choose, our fitness routine, because this is another thing, you shouldn't be doing the exercises that other people do. I think you should create your own fitness routine. You choose exercises that are fun for you. With this, I don't want to say that working out will not be hard. I suffer every single time that I go to the high intensity training class, but I have fun there. I like the exercises, and even though I struggle and I put my weird faces because I can't anymore, I'm having fun. I like going there, and when I come out of there, I'm full of energy and I feel like I can conquer the world. But this is what I want to say. Just create a fitness routine that is for you. Try not to copy what other people are doing. Unless you think that workout routine that the other person is doing can work for you. Try things out, experiment, and find what you love. So when we work on creating our fitness routine, when we choose our healthy habits and our healthy food choices, and slowly build these new things in our life, this can impact our sleep quality in a positive way. First of all, exercise can regulate our sleep pattern. It promotes relaxation and it reduces insomnia symptoms. And also, consuming nutritious food and avoiding caffeine, which is one of the things that I am working on still today, even though becoming her journey started months ago, still today I'm working on reducing caffeine as much as possible, because this has had a huge impact on my health. And yeah, both my general doctor and my gynecologist have said this to me. It's a must to reduce caffeine. So that's a work in progress. What I was saying, consuming nutritious food and reducing caffeine as much as possible, mainly when close to bedtime, can contribute to a better sleep. Okay, another thing, I have felt this myself, like I have experienced this, but I do think it comes, maybe not the first few days or the first weeks, maybe at that moment is still a struggle. But what I have felt, I felt more alive, and not just more alive, maybe that's not the right term. But yeah, I did feel more alive. I felt with a lot more energy. And this again has to do with your fitness routine, the food choices that you made, and also the healthy habits. Generally, becoming her comes with doing yoga, doing meditation, practicing journaling. It's a lot of mental health activities and a lot of, as we mentioned earlier, self-awareness, introspection. Try to get to know yourself a lot, trying to be there for yourself. And at the end, it's about prioritizing yourself. So all of this habits that come all together. This makes us feel more motivated, more energized, more rejuvenated, and this increase of energies just makes us want to keep going on this journey. It's a motivation. And last but not least is with this journey of becoming your best version, with this journey of choosing the right healthy habits for you, your fitness routine, generally with this journey comes healthy choices. So you're going to reduce the risk of getting a disease. I'm not saying that becoming her is your answer to cure illnesses or never catch diseases. No. But I think you know this. We all know this. By making the right healthy choices, we reduce the risk of catching diseases. Because at the end, we are prioritizing our overall well-being, managing stress, and this contributes to long-term health and disease prevention. So I have mentioned all of the health benefits or all of the positivity, I think, that comes with becoming her journey. I do not think this is just a trend. I know it has come out as a trend and a lot of people have chosen to do it because of a trend, but it is an actual journey. And it's just a different name to become your best version or to work on become the person that you want to be. So becoming her, becoming that girl, I think they're directed to girls and women, but this applies to everyone. Everyone can be their best version. So this is not just for women. I think this is just a way to call it, but this applies to everyone. Everyone can work on becoming the person that they dream of and just choose the healthy choices to live the life that they want, the life that they dream of. There's a lot of things that can come out as negative of this trend, but one of the things that I thought of was I saw a lot of girls showing all of the things that they were using in order to becoming her. So that to the viewers gives the sense of, oh, I need to get that. If I don't get that product, I will never become her. And I don't like that. I don't think it should be showed as that. In my social media, so on my Instagram and my YouTube channel, I do show things that I have, things that I use in order to improve my life, but I always try my best. And if you have ever seen this coming out the wrong way, please let me know, because I don't want to portray this aggressive or like either you have this product or you will never get this goal that you're working on. I do not want to share that message. So even though I'm sharing products and I'm sharing things that I have in my home or things that are part of my morning routine, things like that, that is not the main message. I try to share exactly what steps I'm doing in order to work on the person that I want to be and not rather focus so much on the products that I have. So I think that's one of the things that I notice sometimes, the possible commercialization and consumerism that could come with this trend. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but I really hope that I am. So yeah, I think we have covered everything that I wanted. Obviously in this episode, I didn't want to talk about the negative side of becoming her or why becoming her is considered toxic for some people. I think those people should be talking about this because I didn't see it ever as toxic. I just shared a few things that got me to thinking, oh, okay, I can understand this other perspective. But for me, it's a very positive journey when you do it for you and when you do it with the right choices for you according to your values and according to the person that you want to be and not who others want you to be. That is very important. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I really hope that I managed to put the message right, because I just feel like I have been talking and rambling nonstop. I guess I will hear it when I edit this episode. But yeah, there's actually a YouTube video coming this week. This will depend on when you're listening, but the episode is coming out Sunday, 7th of April. 2024. And it's episode number 6 of the Becoming Her series that I did in YouTube. And I will be talking about, okay, now that we know all the steps to becoming her and that we were on the right track and doing everything and worked for months, what do we do when we hit a slump? I think that is very important, so that's what I will be focusing on. Anyway, it is time for me to say goodbye. Thank you so much for being here today with me this episode. I really hope that you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
That's it for today's episode of the Health Reflections podcast. If you would like to have more information, you can check out the show notes or go to the podcast section at finolameister.com. I hope this episode was valuable to you and inspired and empowered you into taking action. A reminder that we have a lovely community space called Healthy Life Dreamers where we share experiences and support each other on this journey. I would love it if you would help me spread the word by leaving a review or sharing the podcast with anyone you think might need it. Thank you so much for being here today. See you in the next one.